What's up, people? What up, what up, what up? I know y'all are gonna ready to fuss me out because it's been a while. It's been a while, but I'ma see who finna come in here today, But I know it's been a while, y'all. It's been a while. Don't hate me. Like I've just been working on a variety of things right now. So again, I am super, super sorry that it's been so long, y'all. Super, super sorry. But don't hate me, don't hate me, don't hate me. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't hate me, don't hate me, don't hate me. Let me see if I can get y'all in here, then we can see what we gonna talk about. It's Friday night, so y'all probably out there in them streets, you know what I'm saying? You're probably out there in them streets on a Friday night, and I do not blame you. I do not blame you. I really don't. So, thank y'all so much for coming in. I'm trying to see if I can get who I can get in here before we had this conversation. Let's see who we can get in here on this Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Hey. All right. How are y'all? To my first few people that came in, I want y'all to know I saw y'all. So it is Friday night, so I really don't expect a lot of people to join on this live right now. Like literally, did not expect a lot of people to join on this live. So I get it. It's Friday night. I literally just thought about it and I said I had not come to y'all, and so I decided 9:30 on a Friday to jump on this live. Happy Friday. How have y'all been? Thank you, Housewife from Housewife. Thank you, Shay J. Thank you, Miss Foodie. Thank you, Dana Brown. Thank you, Angela. Thank you to any of the people that joined at the beginning, Miss Carr. Thank y'all so much for joining. Thank you, Kylan Morgan. Hello, I will pick up the pieces. Y'all, thank you so much for coming in. So here's where we at. I've not talked about Housewives in a while, and they've had a few different things going on. So if you know, we've talked about it, and I had said it before when Family Feud came on. I was like, we'll come back to talk about it. But as you guys have seen from the pictures, you will see that, of course, they do have K. Michelle and Pinky Cole have been filming for the upcoming season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. They have been filming for the upcoming season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. As of now, what I'm hearing is it's about 8 or so people that have been filming for this season. About 8 or so women that have been filming for this season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And here is what I am being told. I am being told that you will only get 7 housewives this season. So somebody is going to be a friend of the show. They have about 8 housewives filming now, but not all of them will stay housewives. By, in the next few weeks, you will probably get to find out who will be the final housewives of the season. I hear there are only going to be 7 housewives for this season. No matter how many of them film, they will max it out at 7 housewives for the season is what I am hearing, So some people are going to end up being friends of the show, which that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a great thing that they have some new people in the mix. I think, I've said this before, I think, on places, but I think K. Michelle is a very much needed addition. She's something that the show has needed for a while because K. Michelle understands the assignment just like Kenya understands it. And when I mean that, I mean when you're on a reality show, you have to have people who are not in their head. Some people get on reality shows and you'll notice it. You'll be like, why such always ask the question? Because they understand we are on a reality show and we can't have this like elephant in the room that nobody wants to ask or why are we here? You get what I'm saying? So they understand this is what it is. If you didn't rob the bank and tried to stab somebody, somebody has to ask you, why did you rob the bank and try to stab somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what somebody has to do. Somebody has to not be afraid to ask the things that people don't want to ask. Um, all of those things come with being on a reality show. K. Michelle, Kenya, all those people understand those kind of things. People dog me, but I understood I was on a reality show. You get what I'm saying? So I think that you need people like that. You need people who are okay if people don't like them because they're telling the truth. I think that a lot of times people get a bad rap because they are saying this stuff that people are like, you can't say that. No, you can't say that. You're at home watching. You shouldn't say that maybe. You should have more tact. But they're on a reality show. If they were just like you, then they shouldn't be on TV. Like I hate to say that, like you should be able to connect to the people. But some of the things that have made Atlanta what Atlanta is the fact that it's the outrageous things they say, it's the outrageous things they do. That's what makes it a great show or has made it a great show. So when people try to censor people and say this isn't what they should say, and they're like that's really not what it is, then that's where the show changes. So I think that it's great that you have a person like K. Michelle. K. Michelle ain't gonna hold back. I hear I hear that she's been activated a few weeks ago, is what I heard. Rumor on the street is she was activated. Okay. And let's just say she, from what I heard, was activated, and it wasn't by new blood. Let's just say that. I'll just say it wasn't by anybody new to the fold. Let's go there. Um, you know, maybe a little seasoning. Maybe some people with a little seasoning activated her a little bit. Is what I'm hearing. Can't go into too many details, but you go from there. Yeah. So I heard. Yeah, I heard that she's been activated, and that's what it is. Yeah. So yeah, that's a thing. K. Michelle will be a great addition, in my opinion, to the show. Because again, she's on reality TV. She understands reality TV. And if she's already getting activated in the first few weeks, then that means she's there. Because sometimes you get on a show and Housewives, honestly, got people who have been asking, because K. Michelle comes from another reality show. People are like, well, how is that going to look? And all of these kind of things. People don't understand that Housewives was the premiere. You can have Basketball Wives, you can have Love and Hip Hop, but Housewives of Atlanta specifically was the premiere. They were the premiere as it relates to what they were paid. They were the premiere as it relates to how real it is. They were the premiere as it relates to the stories that you got, the obscene, like absurdity of the things they did. So people getting on Housewives is a total change, and it's not something they've done before. You may have been on Love and Hip Hop, you may have been on Basketball Wives, you may have been on Mob Wives, but you've never been on Housewives. Housewives is not the same as those other shows. Not the same. Do you hear me? There is nothing about Real Housewives of Atlanta or any Housewives that is like those other shows. So when you come to Housewives, it's like nothing you've ever done. So K. Michelle is stepping into something she has never done. But I'm telling you, I think it could be really good. I think it could be really good. Other things that are out there in the world of reality, I think I saw a press conference from Kelly's husband. I think all of that is absurd. I think it is insane. Again, I have not spoken to Kelly about this situation. Let me make sure we are very clear on that. I think it's absurd. I think, why is this man who almost looks a little illiterate trying to read a press release that he obviously didn't write? My wife and my children, and I'm like, is this a joke? Did somebody pay him to get up there and sound like this? This was absurd. Like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is a parody. This is a parody. I want to say to Bravo that my ex-wife and the show and my children, daddy love you. I was like, is this underground, the press release or something? Like, is this a joke? This has to be a joke. This cannot be for real. Like, sitting up there in the suit, and I was like, everything she said he did, I believe he did it then. Sorry, I wasn't even around. But everything he said she did, I believe. I believe it. That was a sneeze on that one. That was even, I had to even get that coonery up out of my nose even. My nose even didn't even like it. Because everything that she said he did, I'm going to believe he did it at this point. Once I saw him get on the steps of wherever he was and do this press conference to say what he intends to do, and he intends to sue, I said, what? Say what now? So you didn't sue? You intend to sue? But do you know how to spell sue? Or are you dating a lady named Sue? I'm confused. I don't think you even know. Can somebody please tell him what sue really means? If he's going to do a lawsuit, let's just tell him it ain't a suit that he buys at the store that he thinks a lawyer should wear. Let's make sure we clear on all of the suits when it comes to this man. Because when it comes to suits and sue, I don't think he know. Just saying. Maybe I'm tripping. But I don't think he know. Not the way he was up there reading. You know, it is insane. The way that I have been portrayed and famed and what? Sir, you should be worrying about making sure per her that you are there for your children and taking care of your children and not going to, like, you went to jail because you were in contempt is what they said. So you obviously didn't do something per the judge. They put you in jail. I'm like, this is insane. Yeah. I don't, am I tripping, y'all? Y'all got to tell me if I'm tripping. If I'm just talking and I'm tripping, then y'all got to tell me because I just don't, I'm not understanding some things. Like, am I tripping? Y'all got to let me know in the comments. Am I tripping? Because I don't know. Like, yeah, it was absurd to me. Certain things that you must know when it comes to Housewives. You've always seen it, and I've spoke on this on past videos, that when you are on Housewives, if you have children, if the parent has parental rights, then the parent must sign off. There has been moments where you've seen children blurred out. That's because the other parent had parental rights and didn't sign off on them. There is extensive papers that they have you sign as it relates to your children when they are on a show. If one parent has all the parental rights and they are the custodial parent, they have parental rights, the other parent doesn't have parental rights at that time, then you can sign off for your children to do something. So for the kids to be on camera, they had to have a parent who signed off, and the parent was usually the custodial parent or the parent that had full custody. If a parent does not and they have joint custody of children, then that is when the other parent would have to sign off on it. But if they do not have joint custody, it takes one parent. Just the facts. You can go back to other seasons. Giving examples, there was a season where Brooklyn was on the show with Kenya, and you will notice that she was blurred. She was blurred because Kenya's man, husband, baby's father, made sure she was blurred because he had the rights to make sure she was blurred. He didn't sign the paperwork. That's why she was blurred. That's a bit of information. You probably didn't understand that. That's why she was blurred. If you go back to go back to some seasons ago when Brooklyn was a little younger, she was blurred out because Mark Daly wouldn't sign the paperwork for her to be on the show. So if those children, meaning Kelly's children, were shown on the show, then the lawyers, saw the proper paperwork that they needed to say that the kids could be shown on the show from their custodial parent or the parent who had full custody of the children. Just some little clarity in breaking this down. Just some clarity in breaking this down, how this goes, because some people may not understand that. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that he understands that based off of the way he read that, again, that press release. To my children, to Bravo and to Rockdale, you infamed me. You infamed me, and I am going to make sure it is a lawsuit because you infamed me, and you have stopped my professional career by your infaming. What? What? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that is absurd. So yeah, yeah, that's the gist of it when we're talking about that in the show. So again, they did take a private jet to go out of town to for their first trip. And yeah, let's see how this plays out. You probably will get, some scoops from some of the pages online as it relates to the upcoming season and things that are happening right now. It's been pretty quiet, but that doesn't mean stuff is not happening. Let's just say, the people that are there are making sure that they are one of the lucky seven. So this is season 18, right? Ain't this season? Is this 17 or 18? Which season is this? Season 17? Where are we at? Tell me which season we're at. Is it 17 or 18? I don't remember. I'm sorry. Y'all got to help me remember. Tell me in the comments. It's season 17. So for 17, they are looking to have 7 housewives. So these people are making sure that they show up, for season 17. So let's just say everybody has been clocked in. Everybody has been clocked in. Like, let's just say that. So, we'll see how season 17 pans out. I am happy for, them to have the additions they have on the show. I think it will help continue to push the show along. I am telling you that I think that K. Michelle is an amazing addition. And I hope that she, becomes a housewife this year because somebody will become a friend of the show is what I'm hearing. They will have 7 housewives and a friend of the show. Yeah, maybe 2 friends of Cynthia may be a friend of the show again. But yeah, I hope that, okay, makes it to you all. I want to say thank y'all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have not been here. Speaking of Shamia, I'm glad y'all said this. Y'all want to hear something? Okay. Y'all got to get like a few more people in here. I'm going to tell y'all this funny. This is kind of funny. You will laugh at this. This is kind of a funny thing in relation to Shamia. Okay. So housewife to housewife, from housewife, this is your fault. I'm going to be honest and tell you already before I say this is your fault. Matter of fact, if y'all want to hear this, throw me a super chat. Somebody throw me a super chat. Let's see. It could be $5, $10. It could be throw me a super chat if y'all want to hear this, because from housewife to housewife, this is your fault. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this little bit of tea that I have not said to anyone. But it's not bad tea, but it's tea. It's a little funny. Housewife to housewife, it is definitely your fault, is what I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm almost positive it's housewife to housewife fault. So let's see. Let's see if somebody gonna throw me a little super chat up in here so we can give you this info, this little bit of funny info, that I thought y'all might enjoy. I was getting ready to miss it, but then somebody said Shamia's name, so it made me remember that I needed to tell y'all this little bit of info right here. Let's see what we got. We gonna have somebody. If not, then it's fine. We can close this out. I ain't got to tell y'all the information. If I don't get it in the next few minutes, cool. We don't tell y'all. I'll hold it for another day. But I thought it was kind of funny information, so I want to spill it to y'all. Yeah, it's a Friday night. People say, yeah, forget that in that super chat. So I get it. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I will hold my little funny info for next time. I'll hold my little funny info for next time. Yep, Housewife from Housewife know it's your fault, so that's why you gave that super chat. So I'm gonna give it to you because it's your fault. I'm gonna be honest. Thank you, Housewife from Housewife. It's your fault, so that's why you gave that super chat because you wanted to hear it. So, Todd had a premiere of his new movie, Don't Bring Your Man to Atlanta. And so I went to the premiere. It was a lot of people at the premiere. It was a lot of people at the premiere. So we were able to, view the movie and all. So I'm there. I get in. I'm standing at the front door, and Mama Morton comes up to me and says, "I'm gonna give you a hug, but I'm gonna whoop you next time I see you." I said, "What I do?" I said, "What I do?" I was like, "What I do, Mama Morton?" She said, "I heard you said that I told Shamia to apologize in your video. Housewife from Housewife, that's because you be stealing them clips and going over there and getting all them hundreds of thousands of views on them clips." So they went over there, and Mama Morton then ran up on me real quick, gave me a hug with grace, but said, I'm going to whoop you next time I see you, me and you, because I did not tell her to get up there and apologize. I said, "What I do, Mama Morton? What I do?" I said, "What I do?" She said, "You said on your video, Housewife from Housewife, since you've been clipping, since you've been posting, I knew she saw the clip from this live because of you." You feel me? So Mama Morton said to make sure that I knew she was not the one that told her to get up there and apologize, because she wouldn't have been the one that was apologizing. She said her prayer, but she was not going to be apologizing because that was not what she should have been doing. But Mama Morton made sure that I knew that she saw what I said. And I said, "Yeah, I said it. I said what I said." But yeah, Mama Morton wasn't too happy with me saying that she was the one that told her to apologize. She gave me my hug. "But next time I'm going to whoop you when you do one of them videos that say that I told her to apologize." I said, "Oh, Mama Morton, let me get my serenity prayer thing out. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. And the courage to change the things that I can't." I needed to do a serenity prayer on that one. Do you understand me? Because Mama Morton said, I did not tell her that. You done got up on that screen on Beyonce's internet and said that I told her that. Don't do that." I said, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am." Because Mama Morton said, "No, I didn't do that." That's me tapping, y'all. That's like how Mama Morton was knocking at that door when she was standing right at the door of that premiere to tell me, "Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 kind sir. I didn't do that." I was like, "Hey, Mama Morton. Oh, God, you didn't tell her that. Sound like you would have to me. Oops, my bad. I'm sorry." But I'm still blaming it on Housewife from a Housewife. Yeah, I think if anybody advised Shamia to do that, it might have been her production people that were recording that vlog. I don't think that it was her mother, because her mama told me she didn't tell her to do that. Just so you know. You know that cringy video where Shamia saying, "If I did wrong to you, I apologize." The video that we all looked at her and said, "Why did you do that?" Because when I saw her in person, I said, "Why did you do that?" I said it to her at least twice. "Why did you do that?" I did. I'm just saying. Housewife from a Housewife, that is the views and opinions of you. I'm just going to say her mama told me she didn't tell her that. So, again, y'all, Mama Morton said, "Don't blame her." I said, "Mama Morton, when you going to come and drop all of the real truth? When you going to tell us what's really going on? When you going to tell us why y'all don't talk? When you going to tell us everything that Shamia ain't saying?" But I digress. I digress. So, to all of you, yeah, season 17. Y'all done got me in trouble with Mama Morton because I came up here telling y'all all of the stuff and talking about she told Shamia that. But okay, Housewife from Housewife probably gonna clip this, and then Mama Morton gonna come running up on me again, you know. But as long as she don't run up on me sounding like Miss Kelly Farrell's ex-husband, you was on that internet, you was up there flandering me. The words that you said are flander. You know, you said those words, and that was defaming me, and you know, cause the way homeboy be up there talking. He ain't, don't you put MLK and that man up in the same sentence, because MLK would definitely not mess up them words like that. MLK would not mess up them words like that. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Ain't no way. 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 Y'all did not give it to MLK. Not no Lord. No Lord. So here's what I do say. Y'all didn't do the super chat. I'm okay with that. But can y'all do me one favor? If you got 99 cents, if you got $1, if you got any, if you've been following my page outside of here, then you know I have a page and I've been focusing a lot on social justice. I recently just did a case and I'm working on a new initiative. In the next week, I'm going to get some people out of jail who are not violent criminals, and just some things we're working on this new initiative I have. And I want your help. I know y'all always be like, well, what? Why you don't just get the people, celebrities to give? Because this is all of us, y'all. We all have had people that have been incarcerated, people been locked up. It could be any of us. The last case I just talked about was a young man who was locked up, and he shouldn't have been. It was because of his land. The people want his land. So he had 160 failure to appears. This is a college-educated man, no criminal history, but he was in jail for failure to appears. In the last 6 months, that means he had 160 is what they're saying. Absurd. So the social justice video, I'm going to put the link here. If you see this right now, I am going to pin this message. I just put the link right there for you all. If you can go to Give Butter, it's like GoFundMe, givebutter.com/freedom pending. Freedom pending is my new initiative. Y'all, I want your help. I need your help. If it's $10, if it's $20, all of this is to go to be able to provide help to people when they're incarcerated, whether it be helping to find a lawyer, whether it be helping to get people out, whether it be helping for any of those things, or just telling their stories. All of those things cost. So please, I put the link above, givebutter.com/freedom pending. Give $5. I don't care about the super chat. I really do not, y'all. If you are ever listening to me and you understand what I'm saying, don't give me the super chat right now. Go right there and give. That helps for me to be able to do something that I hate that I have to do, but I enjoy doing, which is helping others. So please, givebutter.com/freedom pending. Yeah, and we're going to document this journey. You can follow us on My Freedom Pending on Instagram, and help me follow this journey on TikTok and Instagram. You can see the cases that I've been talking about. Y'all, I'm not just saying this. I'm not just saying this. This is something I've been doing this for like a year, following different cases. And usually, you know, once we start getting media attention to them, things change. So I would love for you guys to join me on this. Bo, thank you. Don, thank you. Miss A-Town, thank you. Please, please, please share that. Please give what you can. Please go to givebutter.com/freedom pending. And I again, some of y'all have given $5 here. Y'all have given $10 there on the super chats and all. If you go right there, you can give it right from Apple Pay. So thank you so much for even listening. Thank you for coming here. I had a little fun with y'all, but I really would love for y'all to do givebutter.com/freedom pending. Thank you.